We got solve analysis. We got Zach White, Zach_White01, otherwise known as WCA delegate Zach White, otherwise known as one of the few people who already have a PB average on that Haze 7. We got 200.35 6x6 mean. Best part of his solve says centers. Worst part, edges. He's been cubing for 9 years. How much do you practice a week? 14 hours or more, so pretty serious. I guess I should have made another round like 21 hours or more. 14 to 21 is like serious. 21 over is like whoa, and like 30 and over is max. He says he turns way too fast, which is probably correct. So let's check it out. Alright, so we got let's finish up. Oh, I like that. We got hand scramble. Very important. Oh, what is this? This is not a good scramble. This is a really bad scramble, actually. This is green, definitely green, but it's a bad start. Wait, what is he doing? Oh, he's doing a red. Okay, let's back up. Let's back up so I can see the red start. Oh, wait a second. Wait, let's all notice he rage quit the previous solve because he had 3 bars done when he started scrambling this. Nice. Yeah, Zach, I don't know if I cube with these keyboard lights on. Oh, okay, I see. Red's got a 3-move bar along with a 2x1. Okay. Okay, red is definitely the best here. You should do both middles first. Just get them out of the way, I think. Okay, so this is alright, but this is okay. So Zach picked a good option for red start. So he's got these 3 pieces right here. I should make my mouse pointer. Okay, I'm gonna write this down. I need to figure out a way. Humans do mouse pointer bigger. I'm gonna make my mouse pointer bigger for analysis, so you guys can see it easier. Anyways, he's got these 3 red pieces right here, and he's gonna then rotate to do these. And then you rotate. Okay, I guess that was alright. It was alright. When did he finish the red bar? Oh, I see. Okay. Lucky there. This is just something that I see right from the get-go. So right here, he has this case. These two will very quickly match up. And then it's finger trick friendly to do it from this case because you match these two up really quickly and then you can match them up with this corner. Very fast as well. But if you do that F first, then it becomes awkward because you have to do... Oh, that worked out. But you have to do kind of lefty style as opposed to... You can do it all with your right hand otherwise. You're turning way too fast. Like... You're turning faster than I do. Right here, okay, so a lot of Zach, okay, so the biggest problem in all these solves I already know is going to be the fact that Zach is making decent decisions, but he's turning really fast, he's like looking at the cube, and that makes it like, then he spends some time looking, and then he's like, kind of figures it out, and then picks a decently good decision. It's a lot easier to pick good decisions if you're like spending a lot of time looking, but, right here, okay, so right here, this is just a case of... Okay, so what Zach's going to do here, he's going to do a U, then he's going to do an F, and then he's going to do another U. This is just indicative of not really knowing what's going on before you start doing your turns. U, F, U is pointless. You could just do U to F, because when you're doing centers, it's the same thing. And then, alright, that's the right way to do that. That's good. Okay, so this is actually a pretty cool trick that I don't think most people know. This is kind of a cancellation, or I'm gonna get to it. Jesus Christ, stop turning so fast. Okay, so we were right. So we're right here, right? So we got these 2 pieces on the right. When we do an RY3, they're gonna come up to right here. So if we do RY3, U2, R wide prime, And then, so what Zach's gonna do is... Yeah, dude. Oh, yeah, so, okay, so Zach does... Well, I need a cube. This is actually fairly important, so... What case do we have? I haven't used this cube in a while. It feels weird. So we have... Let's just go back. Right, so we have... Right, so we got this case right here. This is a pretty interesting case because this is actually a really good thing to know. So what you got here... Let's zoom in a little bit. So what Zach is going to do is he's going to pair these up, which is fine. It's not bad, and then he's gonna pair these up, right? Which, I mean, it works. It works, but okay. So this is a cool trick. So you're pairing up this bar right here, and it's being inserted right here also. So what you can do is you can build it like this. You should always build it like this, and then you haven't. So right now you have to keep track of the fact that this slice right here is now one R turn up. But the thing is, you're going to have to do 2 R turns, so you do that. In this case, I didn't have this bottom center solved, but I assumed it was, and that would have looked cleaner because there would have been a solved bar that came up. But yeah, do that. Let's keep going. That'll save you a lot of moves, and I think is like really helpful. That's good. Ooh, 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 ooh. Okay, so this is really rare. I'm glad this happened. But check this out. Alright, check this out. Check this out. Check this case out right here. Alright, so this is one of the very rare cases where you do your outer bar first and then you finish your middle bar. Alright, I'm assuming this is a magnetic fusion, William Cuber. Let's see. Okay, so what Zach has right here is he has... Let me just get it on my screen. So this is a really cool case. It does not happen that often, but Zach is definitely good enough to be taking advantage of this case. So I think it's important to kind of show it. So what we got? We got... Okay, so essentially what we have... We essentially have something that looks just like about this, right? So... in general, you want to go ahead and you want to make your middle bar first. And that's usually all fine and dandy. But if you notice in this case, you have 3 pieces of this middle bar done. And if you have 3 pieces done, you can match up this piece here. I'll show you in a second. But in this case, the key is, okay, so we have these 3 middle pieces done. And these 2 are already matched up on the outer bar. So we can solve the outer bar very quickly with just RUs, R-wide-Us. And then... So that's going to be, it's still a little long, but it's going to save you. What essentially Zach's going to do is he's going to do the same thing that I did at the end to solve that middle piece, but he's going to break up these 2 blue pieces together, and it's going to save you a commutator. See, and then right there, now he has a commutator where in the other case he wouldn't have had that commutator. Holy dude, yeah, it was way too fast turning. It's a little hard to see because of the angle, but it's like, here's an example, like right there, like boom. That's like, there's no possible way that you are able to see any of the pieces moving, any of which pieces are moving, where they are while you're doing those turns. You do not want to turn faster than your eyes can track. Every time you do a turn, different pieces of the cube are now available to your eyes, or in a more easier position to see. You get more information. If you're only gathering information while you're not turning, that's like gonna kill you. You gotta turn at a speed to where you can track all the pieces. I like that. Zach forced the edge to be on the right. That's good. Seems comfortable with it. A little mistake there, not a big deal. Yikes, dude, the turning. Oh, okay, right here is a classic. Zach's about 2 minutes flat. I definitely think. I don't think doing cycles on Blast 4 edges is like 100% necessary, but I think in this case specifically, it's definitely something you should notice. So, like right here, you got these two solved, and you got this one right here. Just flip this edge and pull this back edge out. Essentially, because you have these two green and white ones solved right here, you can very quickly, with one cycle, you can 100% in one cycle get 2 3x1 solved, which is great. Leads you up to a really nice case. Okay, so Zach solved 5x5 in the 5x5 edges first, and then the outers, which I just recommend kind of switching to a more freestyle slash kind of the structure I was mentioning approach. At the very least, you should be doing more freestyle to look for like what's best as opposed to kind of doing 5x5 only. But gotta recognize that T-perm, man. You're turning like way too fast. Let's see if Zach is saying anything. Those lights in there. How do you do anything with the keyboard? Just like going crazy, man. Alright, let's check it out. What do we got here? We got green. I see green is like 2 different stylus centers. I don't like it. White. We got white going. I don't know what I'd pick. Green looks awkward, but Zach's gonna pick green because. Is he? Wait, what did he pick? He picked yellow. Alright, let's go back. Alright, so yellow's. Okay, oh, okay, never mind. Yellow's. There's a really, really fast yellow. There's a really fast yellow 2 bars. Let's see if Zach picks it up. What does he do? Let's go in slow-mo. Oh wait, oh, that was okay. I didn't see that piece there, so that was fine. That was good. That was good. That was a really fast 2 bars. That's kind of what you're hoping for. Holy crap, dude. Just in general, right here. So what Zach's gonna do? He's gonna do a U prime, and then he's gonna slice. You don't need to do that slice. There's no reason because there's no yellow pieces you're saving. Don't slice it. Just do the wide move only. Alright. You're pretty good centers. So, this might be a personal preference, but when I get this specific case... So this is a really annoying case. It's like one of the worst cases. So we got... Jesus. So right here, you got this. It's really annoying. Oh, in this case, never mind. You need a free... You need nothing below you, so never mind. I like that, using D moves, knowing where the piece is. Not doing the rotation, that's good. Alright, nice. Got pretty lucky there. Let's see if Zach saves this bar. He should. Oh, he doesn't have to. Okay, this is fine. Okay, so this is a weird case actually for the last 2 centers. I'm trying to think what I do here. This is a weird case. Okay, this is like a really strange case. It like looks pretty good, but it's like nothing's obvious. I think Zach did make a mistake here though. One sec. Oh yeah, so right here. So Zach does an R wide to finish off this bar. U R wide prime. What he should do is you do R wide U prime R wide prime. Because when he solves this orange bar, now it's here and he has to do a U2 and then insert. If you do it the other way, it's already here, and then you save a U2. Not the biggest deal, but definitely something you want to be on the watch out for. Alright, not too bad. What would the center speed on that? Let's check it out. Solving blue, which is your U face, it's definitely good to be able to do that, Zach. If you can't, like, I can't do it. If you can do it, it's definitely better. I didn't see the, I forget the case, but definitely something that's like really good to have in your back pocket that I don't think most people are very comfortable with. 254. 343, so what was that? 49-second centers? Okay, that's pretty standard for a 2-minute solve. You're catching a little more than I'd expect for someone of your speed on just like in terms of turning in general. I don't know if it's your cube or what, but I certainly like, I think you're a little, I think it probably just goes along with the ridiculously fast turning and like a lot of pauses that we're seeing right now is that, like it just reminds me of seeing like some kid averaging like 13 seconds on 3x3 and then doing some crazy trick on F2L in like half a second and then being like, I don't know this OLL case. It's like really fast TPS. I like this. Zach kind of paused there. Couple edges, but like he stuck to the edge he was working on. Definitely never switch edges because you can't find something. If you can't find it, if you know it's better, that's okay. But okay, so this is. I don't know if Zach just got lucky like in picking this, but this is a good pick for slice up slice if you're gonna do a slice up slice because as we can see right here, he's solving two pieces. He's solving this piece to the correct spot and he's unflipping this piece. So now two pieces are solved. Let's see what he does next. What this? Oh wait, was he doing? Okay, so he saw... Okay, so... In this case, this is actually the best option. Because he has a 2 flip left, and by flipping them together, he can solve this entire edge. So that was a good option. Now he's got 5x5 edges, so... It'd be pretty standard. But I haven't seen a cycle yet, which I don't like, but, you know. Also, you should learn all the cases. Ooh. I like the finger tricks in that cross, you know, very, very fluid, very smooth. Good stuff. Oh, good. Orient those edges. Alright, no parity. Alright, not bad, not bad. Check out solve 3. Long hand scramble. Very legitimate. The most legit hand scrambles. Blue is the clear choice on this one. It's not even close. I'm trying to think how I can build 3 bars almost in this one. It's like an instant 2 bars though. This is like a ridiculously fast 2. I'm pretty sure. Wait. Is it the really easy 2 bars or is it okay 2 bars? Okay, it's not the easiest 2 bars, but like it's a fast 2 bars. What? What? Okay, wait. He did yellow. Oh, I didn't even see yellow. But I don't know if it's better. One sec. Because the blue bars weren't in the easy setup, yellow might be better. But I'm not. I'm not sold on it. What does he do here? Okay. Okay, yellow's fine. It's probably a little better than blue actually, because because I misread the blue case. But the problem here is so if you notice Zach does, so look, let's watch it. So good, rotation 1, rotation 2. He has 2 rotations to solve his first 2 bars, and this is a big no-no. So what we got right here is let's look at it a little closely. Okay, so let's wait for him to hold it in the right. Okay, so right, I'll look at the front face again. There it is. Okay, so we got this 2x1 and this 2x1 here. These are going to match up instantly with the R wide 3, R wide U, R wide prime. Then we got this piece right here, which is this piece there. That is going to match up with these two. These two will go to here. This piece from the D layer will come here. And this middle piece right here will also slide in right there. Notice is that they're all in the M layer. And so there's no need for rotation. So the big thing here is that I don't think Zach saw the entire... He might have seen the whole thing, but you should be able to do this blind. Is kind of what I'm getting at. It might be a little tricky for a 2-minute flat, but definitely this is something that you want to be kind of working towards, is being able to do something like this blind and all in the M layer. Doing it all in the M layer is key. It'll probably save you at least a second. Like, you could have done this first 2 bars and probably a whole second faster. The same 2 bars, essentially. What was that? Oh, he's doing blue. Okay. What bar? Wait, what is going on here? Building orange. Wait, what? Okay, wait. How is he building? Oh, Zach. Oh, Zach. Okay, so Zach sees orange. Orange isn't bad, but blue is clearly better, just due to the fact that orange has these 2 bars that are almost done, but they're both in the same face, and as you notice, the missing piece isn't in the same row. So not the greatest. It's not bad, but like, he's gonna notice immediately, like, while he's trying to solve the first orange bar, he solved this blue bar on accident. And then blue is like, there's some other nice stuff, like right here, there's 0 orange bars done, but blue has this bar done, and the second bar completely lives right here. In this case, you'd straight up want to switch to blue, even though you've done some moves to solve orange. But yeah, so... Oh wait, 1 bar was done, but still, yeah, blue is definitely the clear option there. Okay. Something I'd recommend is okay, so Zach gets the last 2 centers right here, right? And right now he sees the front face and he sees that, okay, with the 3 moves, two slice moves and 1 regular move, I can solve this red bar. And like, alright, you got a full bar done, that's pretty nice, but it's last 2 centers. It's not your 3rd center, your 4th center is last 2 centers. And the thing about last 2 centers on 6x6 is that you can usually solve your first 2 bars together ridiculously fast. So we're not going to be able to see exactly what Zach has here, but like, I guess you could reconstruct it, but I'm willing to bet that, okay, he got lucky when there's a pre-made bar already, but I'm willing to bet that it still probably would have been just as fast. On average, it'll be way faster to like look at both sides and then build your first 2 bars together. But in this case, it might have been the same speed, but on average, it will not be. Wait, what? Oh, okay. So this is a similar thing from before. This is a similar case. Zach, is this definitely something that Zach should be working on? So right here, it's really important to know that, so he's gonna do this R wide 3, And he's going to do the U prime. Oh, man, this is, like, really blurry. This is probably the best trick that I've mentioned. Like, this is the thing that Zach is, like, is probably the most important thing, like, the most valuable thing from this tip session is this trick. This is the same as the one from the first solve, but just applied differently. So Zach's got these 3 pieces here. He's going to do an RY3 prime. He's going to have these 3 solved and this one solved. And now the key here is that when you're doing your last 2 centers, you have 2 sides of freedom. You can do whatever you want here and you can do whatever you want here. Now that you've done an RY3, you can now do whatever you want on this side, but not on the front and on the top. So you do an RY3 and you do a U, and then you match. Okay, let me just show this. How do I get this? What case do we got? Let's do red and green. So we got... That's not right. No. Okay, well, this is essentially the same case. So this is essentially the same case that we got here. So what Zaka does is he matches up these 3, and then he brings it down, and then he matches up the rest of this bar. But what you can do is, and now you have this area to work with, and not this area anymore, but you can now work with this area. So that means you can do this. Boom. Saved a bunch of time. That's like really helpful and definitely something you like definitely should be doing. Oh god. I don't know, I guess if you can do this consistently, but like holy crap. It's so risky. Like doing these like pushes with your left index like that, not sure I'm a fan. Like doing it with your right index is not any slower, I don't think, and yeah. On Zach's decision making, there's not as much to say on Zach's edges. His decision making is pretty solid. It's mostly just there's some extra Y2s and the turning is way too fast. It's just straight up like look ahead flaws. The turning is good. He's putting his edges on the right. I'd say there's not really any use of back inserts, so definitely something you should start thinking about is using back inserts when you're going to insert on the left. You can now insert on the back, but not 100% necessary. The turning, like right there, you could have done a back insert, but the biggest thing is last 4. Definitely start experimenting with cycles. You don't need to rework your last 4 to be completely cycles. But you're doing like raw slice up slice, or even for cases that are not like slice up slice friendly. Definitely something that will kind of help you out a ton there. Kind of that big recommendation. Just kind of switch to like start thinking of freestyle edges. Have cycles, MU to M prime, and everything else in your repertoire, and then pick which one's best as opposed to just doing slice up slice. Not sub 2. Rip. Embarrassing to Kevin's stream. Anyways, yeah, that's a solve analysis from Zach. Zach's obviously a very good solver. He's sub 2 officially on 6x6. The biggest thing is, the biggest thing in a lot of like faster people solves. He reminds me of kind of how I solved back in the day when I was at similar speeds. That turning too fast, where you can't track your pieces while you're turning, is the biggest problem. That's the biggest problem. Really the only big problem with edges in general, first 8, I'd say do some more back inserts. Turn slower. Turn slower is 99% of the work that you need to do. Turn slower, track your pieces better, actively be looking for pieces. That's a really good tip I've found when I've been practicing. Actively look for pieces when you're solving. Don't just kind of like see what comes up. Actively be looking, tracking pieces. Last 4 edges, just it's time to start moving away from just pure slice up slice. Slice up slice can take you to, honestly, like 145 is where it took me. But it's going to kind of shoot yourself in the foot if you ever want to get any faster. It'll be a lot easier. You don't need to do crazy cycles. You don't need to necessarily do kind of what I was talking about the last couple of weeks, but definitely start thinking about cycles. Pick the best options. Do M prime U2 M2 stuff, or M, use stuff like that. For centers, the biggest trick is that one I showed you where you don't have to, you can pair up multiple, when you kind of do an R move to allow yourself to mess some step up, you can do multiple messing with things around in one arm move. You don't have to do one at a time. Other than that, tracking your centers a little bit better, not doing unnecessary slices when you didn't have to slice. Mostly centers seem pretty solid though. Taking out pieces making sure you're taking pieces out was done well. Doing pretty smart starts, although just the execution on the smart starts was a little shaky despite them being good. Most of the execution was pretty solid, picking the right options. Definitely pretty solid on the centers. Yeah, the biggest thing is that, that the edges look ahead is probably killing you. Also, turn slower on centers too. It's like not helping you out anyways. But yeah, that was Zach_White_01, or just 01. No underscored.